mentally that most people walking out of college are not going to know. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You're going to have a work ethic that's been instilled in you that the average person isn't going to have. You're going to have to stay up late and crash and do things because you're a student athlete, not because you were out drinking with your buddies the night before, but because you had a ball game and now you've got to make up this course and you've got to study all night to do it. And just like you will when you join the business world, there's going to be times where you got to stay up all night and do things. And most of the people who are successful learn how to do that. One of my best coaches used to always say, DJ, if you do what's easy, life's going to be hard. If you do what's hard, life will be easy. And it sounded like something that didn't really make a whole lot of damn sense to me when I heard it the first time. But when I've thought about it over the years, when you learn how to do something that's hard, life's easy, right? I mean, it's a joke. It's like it's laughable. I laugh at some other people sometimes that I love and that are very near and dear to me with the stuff they get caught up in. And it really boils down to sometimes I just look at them and I'm just like, dude, you couldn't have been an athlete for longer than 5 seconds in my world, because if you're going to get caught up on that easy stuff, you would have gotten destroyed in the world of athletics. So I think that saying, that coach's phrase to me is always stuck in my head. And so the great opportunity that you're looking down the barrel of potentially is going through something that's going to prepare you to run a Fortune 500 company, to go into a board meeting and dominate the space. You now get an opportunity to transform into a superhero. I mean, to be a student athlete and do what I just said for 4 years, walk out of there with, good grades, and have an unbelievable set of experiences under your belt, it has to give you an advantage. I work with entrepreneurs as well in my program, and I'm like, you'd be surprised at how many guys and girls are scared to make phone calls, sales calls. And I'm like, dude, you used to hit baseballs and your batting average was on a jumbotron in front of 30,000 people. How are you scared to make a phone call? It makes absolutely no sense. Right? You're hitting 218 in August, and you're playing in the Midwest League in Beloit, and every person there is telling you how bad you suck because everybody can see you're hitting 218. Right? So if you can get through that, you can get through making sales calls and getting hung up on, for example. And it's just a matter of transforming that and making that make sense to the athlete. But once it does, they're pretty much unstoppable because, we get an opportunity through our experiences to learn something that most people have to be taught. We get to do it throughout the course of our sport. So no different than the military or other opportunities that are out there for young people. It should definitely prepare you to be successful at the next level. And I generally start my first, within this call, talk about that. Because when things get tough, when coaches don't call you back, when they tell you you're not big enough, when they tell you you don't throw hard enough, when they tell you that your grades aren't high enough, whatever it is they tell you, you have to understand what I just talked about. Number one, if you do what's hard, life will be easy. If you do what's easy, life will be hard. So if you just quit and say, Dad, you know what? We did this thing with DJ. I'm not seeing the results. I'm not throwing any harder. Whatever. These coaches just want this, this, and this. And, this guy just got signed and this guy got signed and I'm better than him. And I just want to quit. That's a guy who wants to do things that are easy. So your life's going to be hard. The second thing is to experience what we just talked about in regards to true development. And to fantasize for a second and say, man, could I come out of school with a solid education and also be a superhero for 4 years? And it doesn't mean you have to play at Vanderbilt. It doesn't mean you have to play at the University of Florida. I didn't play at any of those places. And number one, I got to double A baseball, which was totally fine with me. And number two, junior college is where I started. There was a ton of talented kids that were there. There was a ton of things that I still talk about, think about, and the journey was real, man. I mean,